Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the place where car reviews stay brutally honest, totally unfiltered, and built entirely on real-world impressions rather than the polished marketing poetry brands love to recycle. If this is your first time here, buckle up, because today we're diving into a crossover that's been shaking up markets, smashing expectations, and making even big-name automakers sweat a little. We're talking about the 2026 BYD Atto 3, a car that has become the symbol of just how fast electric mobility is evolving. Some cars are released quietly, and others arrive like an unexpected plot twist, and this one definitely belongs to the second category. Exterior. Now, before we get into the details, let me be very clear, this review isn't sponsored, it isn't sugar-coated, and whether a car is good, bad, or just overhyped, you're going to hear exactly what it is. So, let's fire up the real-world impressions and see if the 2026 Atto 3 is truly as impressive as BYD claims, or if it's just another EV surfing the global hype wave. Starting with the exterior, the first thing you notice at the front is BYD's latest electric dragon face design language, and whether you love it or not, it definitely stands out. The front fascia looks sharper and more expressive than previous Atto 3 models. The headlights are slimmer, the LED signature is more aggressive, and the overall face now feels mature instead of cute. The grille-less front is typical for EVs, but BYD adds subtle textures that help avoid that flat, toy-like appearance some electric crossovers suffer from. The bumper has been reshaped to look more aerodynamic, but this time it also looks more substantial, almost SUV-like, instead of the soft crossover vibe the earlier model had. If you look closely, the air curtains on both sides are now functional and help reduce drag, which BYD claims contributes to slightly improved range. Whether or not the bump in range is noticeable daily, the improved styling definitely is. The 2026 Atto 3 looks more premium, more confident, and more deserving of the attention it gets on the road. Moving to the side, this is where the Atto 3 always had a bit of a design advantage. The proportions are clean, the shoulder lines are crisp, and the slightly sloping roofline gives it that modern, sporty crossover stance. In the 2026 version, BYD has toned down the plastic cladding to make it look more upscale, and the wheel options, especially the new dual-tone aerodynamic designs, fit the EV personality perfectly. The flush-style door handles feel more premium and actually work quicker than many competitors' fancy but frustrating pop-out mechanisms. The side profile still carries that athletic, energetic vibe, but now it feels like BYD put more intention behind it. The stance is wider, more planted, and the silhouette looks more mature. You get the sense that this car is no longer trying to look futuristic just for attention. It now looks futuristic because the design has evolved thoughtfully. At the back, BYD has cleaned up the Atto 3 in a way that almost makes it look like a different car. The taillights are slimmer, the LED bar is more defined, and the rear bumper has lost some of the bulky curves that made the older model feel a bit cartoonish. Everything here feels more sculpted and more aligned with the modern EV aesthetic that we see in higher-priced models. The spoiler has a sportier edge now, the rear window looks slightly more tapered, and overall, the back of the Atto 3 finally matches the sharpness of the front. The car feels cohesive now. A front, side, and back speak the same design language instead of three different ideas stitched together. For a model priced in the affordable EV segment, this level of refinement is honestly impressive. Interior. Now let's get inside, because this is where BYD has always tried to flex its creativity, sometimes for better and sometimes for a broken bar confusion. The 2026 Atto 3 interior still carries the funky gym-inspired design language, but BYD has toned down some of the overly playful elements to make the cabin feel more mature. The rotating touchscreen is still here. Yes, it still rotates. Yes, it's still fun. And yes, it still distracts you the first time you try it while driving. The materials across the cabin have taken a noticeable step up. Soft touch surfaces are more widespread, the stitching looks cleaner, and the door panels, while still quirky, no longer feel like a science project. The seats are more supportive this time, especially in the bolstering, and long drives are finally something you can enjoy without constantly adjusting yourself. The ambient lighting is one of the highlights, not because it's flashy, but because it's well executed without feeling cheap. The dashboard layout remains futuristic, but BYD has cleaned up the small clutter that made the previous interior feel like a mix of cool ideas thrown together without structure. The 2026 model feels more consistent. And let's talk about space. This cabin still offers excellent legroom and headroom for a compact crossover. Rear passengers get generous space, a comfortable seating angle, and even decent visibility thanks to the large windows. Storage is smart and plentiful, and that's something many EVs, even expensive ones, still struggle with. Is the interior perfect? Not quite. Some people will still find the design a little too playful, and the piano black surfaces remain fingerprint magnets, but overall, this is a huge step above what most competitors offer at this price. Performance-wise, the 2026 Atto 3 continues using the Blade battery, which remains one of BYD's biggest bragging points. The motor outputs have been slightly bumped, giving you quicker acceleration and smoother power delivery. The throttle response feels more natural now and not too jumpy, not too lazy. The ride quality is improved as well. BYD has stiffened the suspension slightly to reduce the floatiness found in the older model while keeping comfort a priority. Steering feel is still light, but it's more predictable now, and the car feels more confident when changing lanes at high speeds. If you're expecting thrilling performance, this isn't a hot EV by any stretch, but it's more than capable for daily use. Range also gets a mild improvement, depending on the variant, and real-world numbers feel more honest this time around. BYD seems to have worked on efficiency rather than just inflating official range numbers. In terms of pricing, BYD continues using its strategy of attacking the market with value-packed models. The 2026 Atto 3 stays aggressively competitive. Depending on your region and variant, the price sits far lower than many electric crossovers with similar or even weaker specs. You get modern tech, premium-feeling design, solid range, a refined interior, and the reassurance of one of the safest battery technologies in the world, all for a price that makes many competitors look embarrassed. That's the real strength of the Atto 3. It's not trying to be the best EV in existence, it's trying to be the smartest choice, and it succeeds. So, what's the verdict? The 2026 BYD Atto 3 is no longer the quirky newcomer trying to prove itself. It has matured. It's more refined, more confident, better built, and more serious than ever before. It still has some playful personality, it still carries its unique design charm, but now it feels like a product that knows exactly what it's supposed to be. If you're looking for an EV that delivers excellent value, enjoyable daily driving, modern tech, and a design that stands out without going overboard, this is a crossover you absolutely need to test drive. And with that, thank you for watching Car Flash. If you love brutally honest, no-nonsense car reviews that cut through hype and get straight to the real-world experience, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss the next one. Until then, drive safe, stay sharp, and I'll catch you in the next review.